I'm Jamil.
Hi, my name is Jazz.
Hello, Chantiel.
Hey, how y'all doing? Poverty does not belong in civilized human society. Its proper place is in a museum. Today, there are more than 50 million Americans in poverty, and the number will only go up from here. The epidemic of poverty is a situation bigger than the drug epidemic that America is not acknowledging. Many Americans are out here starving, and the government is not addressing this issue at all. If American politicians are trying to make America great again, then why not fix the number of people out here that feel hopeless and alone? Hi, how y'all doing?
Hey.
My name is Marquetta Arnold, and I will be talking about how improving the living environment will reduce poverty in America. Doing my research, I found that poverty is the state for any person of being extremely poor. It is the extreme situation when a person or family lacks of essential items required to continue their everyday life, such as shelter, food, clothing, medication, education, and equal human rights. Some of the common reasons that people are living in poverty is overpopulation, academic diseases, natural disaster, lower outputs, lack of employment, gender inequality, environmental problems, changing trends of economies, such as like the new technology, things like that, internet, web, Google. Lack of proper education, which is some schools doesn't have the funding to get children like the books or enough teachers to educate all the students. Untouchability, which is not having the resources to get like I'm gonna say use books or internet. Limited or any inadequate access to their rights. Political violence, organized crime, such as break-ins, like people's homes, and gang violence and things like that. Corruption, lack of motivation. Some people just don't have that motivation to go out here and seek jobs, or due to, I guess, having like criminal backgrounds and not being able to be rehabilitated back into society. And old social beliefs. To reduce these problems in America, individual efforts from all citizens are needed, which is people like us. Improvement of the living environment will reduce poverty by creating jobs. The best path out of poverty is well-paid jobs. To kickstart job growth, the federal government should invest in job creation strategies such as rebuilding our infrastructure, renovating abandoned houses, revitalizing neighborhoods, such as like you have this house right here, then you might have this house that's abandoned, like fixing up neighborhoods, things like that, and boosting our national economy. Another way that they can help too, as well, is raising the minimum wage. If they raise minimum wage, it would lift more than 4 million Americans out of poverty and provide children with a little less worries. Increasing the earned income tax credit for childless workers, such as people that doesn't have children. You know, they get taxed way more than a person who has children. So childless workers largely miss out on the benefits, as the minimum EITC for the workers is less than 1/10 that is awarded to workers with 2 children. So basically, a person with 2 children will be less taxed than a person with no children. Support and pay equality, which is closing like gender gaps. This will cut poverty in half for women and their families. We got providing leave and sick days for all types of jobs, which is, I feel like workers at McDonald's should be able to get paid sick time too as well, not just managers. This will allow parents to, if they have a sick child, you will be able to take a day off and still get paid for it, versus to, you can't, I mean, you gotta pick and choose between whether I can take this day off to take my child to the doctor, or do I go to work. Establish work schedules that work. Workers struggle even more to balance erratic work hours with caring for families. So basically, a mother be having to work like 10 and 12 hours to support her family, versus to just working an 8-hour day and getting paid more to be able to support her family. Investing in affordable, high quality child care and early education. I feel like child care shouldn't be as expensive for mothers to be able to afford. They should be able to afford it to go to work. Expanding Medicaid. This will allow Americans to, I guess, be more healthy. You know, a lot of people can't afford Medicaid or any type of medical benefits, and I think it's crazy how America's the only person without free health care. Reform the criminal justice system and enhance policies that support successful reentry, which is once you already commit a crime, you should be able to come back into society and work just like anybody else. By implementing these stops into societies, this will reduce poverty and better our environment for the up and coming generations. In order to improve and help eliminate poverty in America, we need to improve our governmental policies, which will help our country tremendously. By providing more stable jobs, this will help our economy and the families in need. As stated by Margaret Turner of Urban Institution, states, today's poverty map reflects the legacy of discrimination, legally sanctioned segregation, and racial inequality. And this concludes my speech. And here I